to expect after seeing that car. It's just, he's sore, really sore, and hopefully it's all from just being banged around. There's nothing else, but we'll look at him in a couple days and see if we need to do anything additional.
Who are some other options that you're looking at 97 to fill in while he's...
You.
Yeah.
No.
He's not there yet, is he?
No. And you'd have to cut off my arms and
we'll-
legs for me to do it.
Yeah. We'll have someone, right? I think for this weekend, it's obviously possibly Gear, Dakota Gear moving up, or Sticka, Gavin. It'd be one of those two, right? And so we do have Haas, true freshman, in red shirt, but he won't even be a consideration for this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were very conservative, and I understand that yesterday about what the prognosis would be for when AJ could be back on the mat again. But I'm going to guess wild horses couldn't keep him from being here at the two duels. He'll be here to
In a singlet?
not in a singlet,
Yeah.
cheering on his teammates.
I'm
he'll
sure
be
he will
here.
be. I will be. I just, just talking to his dad, last couple of days, I think today was the first day he actually got up and walked around. And so, obviously, day by day, it gets a little better.
How was practice yesterday?
Good. Yeah, it was good. A little slow at the beginning, just talking through some, things with your team, and just giving them some reminders of what we learned from this, and why, seems to be a lot of times we're in a hurry, always in a hurry in our vehicles. I don't know why, but just leave 5 minutes early. Seat belts. Important that we wear our seat belts. Those type of things, and just really just be responsible behind the wheel, and not that it's just not that there was a whole lot of mistakes made here. It just reminds us all, right? That's, the car is dangerous. Things can happen, and life's precious. So take care of yourself in vehicles.
How have you and the coaching staff handled this in terms of just all levels? I mean, these are guys that you're essentially supposed to be kind of a father. You guys are supposed to be father figures to, but you're also, I'm sure, mentally dealing with all of this as well.
It's no. I mean, it's you get the experience of of having things happen and quickly and have to make some decisions. This was probably a little bit different than most, but once you find out everything's okay, you just move on, quickly, and you recognize that it's for now he's now injured. We need to get him healthy, and when can we get him healthy? So but the day goes on, and the matches are coming, and you got to put a team out, and so and we have every intentions of winning still.
With the fact that you guys had the slow start to practice yesterday, but them now knowing that he's home out of the hospital, what's your expectations for the rest of the practices this week? Because you've got your first double weekend in about a month and a half.
And toughest matches, probably some of our toughest matches. Expectation is have great workouts, and let's prepare for the weekend. Two solid conference matches. I think that we hopefully just have one out. out of the lineup, but here it is, an opportunity for someone like Gavin to wrestle for Oklahoma State.
You weren't happy overall last Sunday. What do you do during the week? What can you, and this has been a different week because of what happened, with AJ, but what do you do during the week to change that for the next weekend, to get better effort, to get guys a little more, hey.
Well, I think for the most part, just sharing your views of what took place and what we need to do, and so, and there needs to be a little different tempo to practice. I mean, there needs to be a quicker step in your feet and a little tougher on top and an attitude nobody's going to ride me on bottom, So towards the end of that practice, I think we really got what we were looking for, for it being Tuesday, second day of the week of practice. So. Yeah, I don't think it's not a long conversation, nor is it real tough to understand what you needed to be doing if you didn't have a great week last week.
Obviously, neither of these teams are going to make it easy for you guys, but some history could be made this weekend, number 500 in GIA.
Yeah.
I mean, how special would that be if that comes to fruition?
Is that
this
the
weekend?
program or just that
I
would be
think
mine?
just at GIA.
Just GIA, yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? I mean, this building, 1939, first event was a wrestling match. Gallagher's team, and named after Coach Gallagher. 500 of them, that's impressive. I'm glad I'm part of them as an athlete and as a coach, but we haven't hit it yet. We have to win both of them, right?
I think there's
Just
one.
one.
Just one.
Yeah. So we have every intentions of hitting it, and so I'm glad I'm a part of it.
Well, I mean, you've been a part of a lot of them.
Yeah, well.
Do you know, or does Reed know, how many you've been in a part of both as coach and wrestler? Okay.
Reed, I thought you knew everything.
I thought you would know this off the top of your head. I figured you had a tally.
I don't even know how many I've won here. I read that, but I know that's all time, so I don't think that's updated. Yeah. What are they waiting on?
Well,
I think
don't,
at this point, you got to save money. You just wait until
Yeah.
you're retired, right?
don't forget, you got one to add too as a wrestler. You got the win over Kenny Gayeski.
Oh, yeah.
You better
That's
add
right.
that. Being more serious, and this is kind of a fan education question. When you're dealing with a wrestler that has a hard time getting off bottom, or you're dealing with a wrestler that can't stay on top,
He's coming in.
I know. What, as a coach, which is the harder one to improve?
On bottom.
Yeah.
You know why? It's so hard. Tough. It's hard to get off bottom. It really is.
I timed that perfect, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when you were standing, I'm thinking, did he see him coming in? In all of wrestling, whether it be freestyle, whether it be Greco-Roman, or folk style, the hardest position to make a transition into college, to make a step up, is learning how to get off bottom. It's so much attitude, so much will. Of course, skill and technique is an important part of it. But I always just say, it's kind of like, I was brought up on bottom. How you get up is just imagine that somebody's pushed your head underwater. Are you going to drown? And he's going to hold it there. What are you going to do? You're going to fight. You're going to scratch. You're going to do whatever you got to do. And sometimes that's what it takes. But that's definitely the position that we struggle as coaches to improve quickly. You want to see improvement quickly. Sometimes it just doesn't come right away.
Coach, to touch back on the 500 in Gallagher, obviously it's 32nd season with the team. What are some of your more memorable matchups in Gallagher?
Oh, I have so many of them, in this place, A lot of them. I mean, I couldn't even pick one, you know. I think if I had to pick one, it would be the experience I had as an athlete, felt, you know. Winning my first match in Gallagher against, in a big match, an Iowa match. I think they showed it a few times. That was exciting. I mean, exciting moment, you know, as an athlete, as a coach. Just a lot of them. I mean, I don't know. Had some great wins. You know, it's always the ones that something happened unexpectedly and it goes your way.
I mean, what are you looking forward to the most about this weekend for a Dakota Gears matchup?
Say again.
What are you looking forward to the most this weekend for Dakota Gears matchup?
Matchups between the two guys. Win. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, those are things that's going to have to happen this weekend for us to win dual meets.
I mean, obviously he lost his last matchup against them. So I mean, is there any?
Well, you know, he's had a good second half since he's been here. You know, some of his better matches have occurred in the second half of the season. So, you know, just eliminate the mistakes and just be sharp. I mean, that's the key for him. And you know, I think sometimes we see some of those mistakes we see. You know, in a match he had last week with 10 takedowns, you know, still making some mistakes, even though he's getting 10 takedowns. Yeah.
You made the comment that hopefully it's just the 97 that you're looking for someone else. With obviously we found out last week between now and the duel there's a lot of time, but what does it look like for Travis right now?
Oh, I think he looks good. You know, I mean, every day's been really great improvement in just having trust in his injury. So I would expect him to be out there. I mean, you know, here it is Wednesday and still have, you know, the rest of the day and Thursday and Friday and Saturday evening match. You know, there's plenty. I mean, I would expect it. I'm sure we're going to see him unless something happens between now and Saturday.
How much has he been able to practice regularly
I
in
haven't.
the past few weeks?
He's worked out twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah, not all of it on the mat, but twice a day for the last 3 or 4 days. You know, so his conditioning shouldn't be a factor.
Coach, obviously looking forward to Iowa State. I remember in 1988 you were Olympic teammates with Nate Carr. What's it like to see kind of the next generation, his son, David, have major success at the college level?
He's been good. You know, Wyatt's had a couple nice matches with him and lost them both. But I'd like to see Wyatt, you know, kind of bounce off of that performance last week, which wasn't a great performance, you know, and just be really competitive right now this weekend and make sure that, you know, he's working to score takedowns because, you know, in the end, it's going to be the takedowns that's going to make the difference for Wyatt.
Thank you.
Coach, Carter Young had a loss a week ago, and this week he was able to come back and get a tough win. I was seeing if you could speak on how kind of a mid-season loss and mid-season adversity kind of pushes
You know,
a young guy down the stretch.
Yeah, I didn't really care for his win yet last week, you know. Just making some mistakes. I mean, it's not really effort mistakes, which is okay. I mean, you know, it's when you know, if you have effort mistakes being a lack of effort, that's a problem, you know. But if you're out there working and you're making some, you know, he made a ton of mistakes wrestling in that match last week and the week before, and that's what you're just going to get right now, you know. So I don't think you dwell on them. I think you move forward and recognize. I think I've said this to you guys once: is he's got to get tougher before he can get better. Okay, you got to be tough. You got to be tough at this weight. This weight is, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of 41-pounders, you know, that are good. You know, and so as he gets tougher, he'll get better. You know, skill-wise, he's got to get better, right? But hey, if you're not tough, that skill don't matter anyway. You know, and I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm just saying he's got to get tougher for this weight class.